Hello and thanks for joining Aso Briefing today. I am Princess Sobra Usman. Our top stories. Nigeria signs landmark air service agreement with Brazil to boost trade, tourism, bilateral ties. Federal Capital Territory Administration intensified ongoing citywide sanitation exercise with demolition of shanties. Federal government unveils digital portal designed to provide credible database of Nigerian teachers. You're watching Aso Briefing. You can watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, Free TV channel 507, also on the UHF band on channel 38. We now go ahead with details of all our stories. President Bola Tinubu on Monday began a two-day state visit to Brazil, where he and President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva witnessed the signing of bilateral air service agreement between both countries. Nigeria's Aviation Minister Festus Keyamo and Brazil's Transport Minister Silvio Costa Filho signed the MOU. The deal establishes direct air links between Nigeria and Brazil, expected to boost trade, tourism, investment, cultural exchange, and diplomatic cooperation. President Tinubu's delegation included Ministers of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Aviation, Agriculture and Food Security, Foreign Affairs, amongst others. President Lula welcomed the President and expressed Brazil's readiness to expand collaboration with Nigeria in aviation, agriculture and infrastructure. President Tinubu's visit is expected with meeting with Brazil's Senate President, Chamber of Deputies President, and Supreme Federal Court President, alongside broader bilateral engagement aimed at deepening ties and promoting mutual growth. President Bola Tinubu welcomed Petrobras' imminent return to Nigeria 5 years after Brazil's state-owned oil company halted its joint venture operations. At a joint press conference in Brasilia during his state visit to Brazil, President Tinubu said Petrobras' return will reunite economic cooperation in energy sector between the two countries. During the state visit, Nigeria and Brazil signed a 5 memorandum of understanding to deepen trade, diplomacy, science, aviation, and finance cooperation. President Tinubu praised President Lula's commitment to revitalizing the partnership between the two countries, noting that Nigeria's economic space remains a virgin land full of opportunities for Brazilian companies. He acknowledged Embraer's efforts in addressing the critical challenges of local airline operating in Nigeria, primarily through establishing a service center to serve as a hub for the sub-region in essential repairs and maintenance of its ever-increasing fleet in Nigeria. That's a track up now.
Problems, inactivities, and the past to deter worries, a progress and a promise. But today we say that is the end of that. I think this is my third visit through the prompting, invitation, and the law of Luiz Lula, the president. One, for the partnership of G20. Second, on the climate change and brakes. And today, an official, a very rousing, emotionally leading and fact-based discussions. Because I got the reawakening this movement, not looking at the language barrier that has reduced our interaction and the opportunity that we have. Today, we're fighting and working hard to bring our sovereignty to the level of expectation that we as a nation.
Nigeria is Brazil's 49th largest export destination, with trade totaling nearly $2.1 billion in 2024. Brazil exported almost $1 billion to Nigeria, primarily sugar and jams, and imported $1.1 billion, mostly fertilizers. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has intensified its ongoing citywide sanitation exercise with the demolition of shanties and illegal structures along the proposed Ring Road 3 corridor. The operation, led by the Department of Development Control, is aimed at enhancing security and restoring order in the nation's capital. Our correspondent Usman Katun Umar reports.
The Ministerial Task Force on City Sanitation, coordinated by FCTA Department of Development Control, moved heavy equipment to the Karsana-Bunkuro axis near MAP Global Estate, where thousands of makeshift structures had sprung up. Director of Development Control Department, Town Planner Mukhtar Usman Galadima, explained that over 1,000 shacks and shanties have so far been cleared in the area, notorious for harboring squatters and persons of questionable character.
When you look at these structures, they are mostly made of shacks, temporary materials. So far so good. I believe we have cleared more than 1,000 around this place. And we are about to continue because the work is enormous and the stretch of the road is as long as 2 kilometers, all consisting of shacks and shanties.
Town Planner Galadima said, while the Ring Road 3 project is yet to be awarded, work is progressing on the adjoining N16 road. He added that indigenous settlements are being spared, pending guidance from Department of Resettlement and Compensation. Also speaking, the Secretary of the FCTA Security Department's Command and Control Center, Dr. Peter Olumuji, who represented the Director of the department, Mr. Adamu Gwari, said clearance would help curb criminal activities concealed behind the shanties.
What we have seen here is that we notice, because we have indigenous community here, these criminal elements try to build shanties behind those indigenous communities to serve as a cover to their own shanties. And most of the issues that have occurred within this axis emanate from this particular axis. And what we have done today, most of the residents that have passed through this place today have really praised the good efforts of the FCT administration. And like the director have said, it's going to be a continuous clearance. We are not just going to leave it until we take over this place and everyone residing with this environment are able to sleep with their 2 eyes closed.
Dr. Olumuji noted that no arrests were made during the exercise, but assured that ongoing city-wide operations, including the clampdown on illegal tinted glass vehicles, will complement the clearance to make the FCT unsafe for criminal elements. The city sanitation exercise is expected to continue across the territory as authorities intensify efforts to restore order and safeguard lives and property. Usman Katun Umar, Aso Television News.
The Apache Area Council has issued a statement to clarify that the ongoing empowerment initiatives are a direct result of the chairman's cabinet effort, not the executive chairman personally, as some individuals have wrongly claimed. For the first time in the council's history, the chairman's cabinet has taken the lead in empowering the people through various support programs, demonstrating their commitment to grassroots development and community upliftment. The council has dismissed criticisms from some individuals, stating that the cabinet's efforts deserve recognition for their sacrifice, dedication, and service to the people. The Abaji Area Council reaffirms its commitment to programs that directly benefit the people, ensuring the inclusive growth and sustainable development across our communities. The council urged critics to appreciate the holistic nature of governance, noting that no single intervention defines leadership, but rather the cumulative impact of programs, both large, small, and drive sustainable development. The Council also urged the public to disregard distractions and continue supporting the progressive programs of the Chairman's Cabinet. In a message to the Senior Special Assistants and Supervisory Councillors, the Council expressed appreciation for their efforts and encouraged others to join in, stating that the initiative is a positive step towards the well-being of the people. The federal government on Monday unveiled the digital portal designed to provide a credible database of Nigerian teachers, streamline licensing, and promote professionalism in the teaching sector. The portal was launched in Abuja by Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria in partnership with the United Kingdom, funded Partnership for Learning for All in Nigerian programs. Speaking at the event, the Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Ahmed, said the initiative marked a new chapter for teacher management in the country. She said the ministry is not merely unveiling a portal but opening a new portal where technology, innovation, and efficiency become the heartbeat of a teacher professionalism in the country. She explained that the portal will enable seamless registration and licensing of teachers, provide transparent database of qualified professionals, give real-time access to professional development opportunities, and strengthen accountability in the education sector. And the family of town planner Sadiq Ahmed, a prominent FCT APC stakeholder, has welcomed a new baby boy named Abdurrahman Al-Amin. The naming ceremony, attended by politicians, friends, relatives, and well-wishers, was a colorful occasion that brought together people from all walks of life. Correspondent Abdullahi Mukhtar was there and filing the reports.
Speaking at the ceremony, the chairman of Kwali Area Council and FCT chapter chairman of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria, Algon, Mr. Dalla Dichia, congratulated the family on the new addition. He also used the occasion to urge FCT residents to participate in the ongoing continuous voter registration exercise by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
We have been advocating for the younger youths, those that are up to 18 years, and they have not collected their PVC, should go there and register, because that is their franchise, that is their power. Some of us are in this position because we were voted into power. So we are calling all of Nigerians, residents of FCT, Kwali at large, to mobilize all the youth that are up to 18 years to go out there and pick their voter registration.
Other dignitaries who attended the ceremony included Comrade Abdullah Suleiman Ango, FCT Mandate Secretary for Agriculture, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, Chairman of Abaji Area Council, and Alhaji Usman Yahaya, Gwagwalada APC Standard Bearer in the upcoming FCT Area Council elections. They all congratulated the family and prayed for the baby's well-being.
Our prayers for this boy, we don't know what he is becoming in this country in the nearest future. The Mandate secretaries have said it all. We are here to show solidarity to our brother because he's part of us. He's part of this government and APC family at large.
May God bless the newborn baby.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Historically, this is the best gift for this family. I cannot remember the last child where two executive chairmen are present to see the naming ceremony. But for this, it's a rare and a privilege.
We have been in partnership for quite a long time. So this, my coming to him, is to show my own happiness and also show him that we are together in most of the things that we are doing.
Town planner Sadiq Ahmed and his wife Malama Nafisa Aminu expressed their gratitude to all those who came to celebrate with them.
In every blessing, you just learn it is good to just have a good relationship with people, more especially people from, there's no cut across. They're the highlight, but generally people are there always to celebrate with us at the time of celebration.
Na gode sosai, Allah ya saka da alkhairi, Allah ubangiji ya bar zumunci, Allah ya maida gida kowa lafiya. Na godiya.
The event was marked by joy and celebration, with guests enjoying food and drinks. Abdullahi Mukhtar, Aso Television News.
And coming up on Aso Briefing and more stories, do join us after the break.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, the young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajan?
We were just talking about offering Ojigijag a seat on the council.
The gods be praised. Negodo is Elko Sisi. He has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
Welcome back. Moving on. Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, CDS General Christopher Musa, has urged his colleagues across Africa to invest in modern technology like artificial intelligence to defeat monstrous terrorist groups, including Boko Haram, ISWAP, Al-Qaeda, and Al-Shabaab, wreaking havoc in parts of the continent. General Musa stated this at the opening of the African Chief of Defense Staff Conference in Abuja. He said security threats have evolved across the continent, hence the need for a digital solution to defeat some of the invisible enemies threatening the territorial integrity of the nations in Africa. He said the battlefield is evolving. The threats of today are no longer confined to conventional warfare, as it is digital, asymmetric, and often invisible. He said as chiefs of defense staff and heads of armed forces, they must lead the charge in organizing forces, investing in cyber defense, artificial intelligence, and indigenous military technology, without which it will be difficult to achieve security. He pledged Nigeria's commitment to regional and continental stability, charging his colleagues across Africa gathered at the conference to stand in unity against the common enemy, terrorism. He added that Nigeria is deeply committed to the ideals of regional stability and continental defense integration, highlighting that Nigerian armed forces have participated in peacekeeping operations and counter-terrorism missions across Africa. Personalities who graced the event include the United Nations Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed, Vice President Kashim Shettima, who represented President Tinubu, Nigeria's National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, ECOWAS Commission President Umar Toure, Chairperson of African Union Commission Mahmoud Yusuf, former permanent representative of Nigeria to UN Ibrahim Gambari, Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Zak Adedeji, and the Managing Director of Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited Bashir Ojulari. The National Assembly leadership has declared that democracy has stabilized in Nigeria, a development that made it recruited 785 staff across grade levels 8 to 12 in December last year. Clerk to the National Assembly, Barrister Kamoru Ogulano, made the declaration in his speech at the induction ceremony for the 785 newly recruited staff holding in Abuja. Mr. Ogulano, who was represented by the Deputy Clerk to the National Assembly, Engineer Bashir Yeru, said the stability of democracy in Nigeria without any threat of military intervention made National Assembly to grow stronger and stronger as an institution within the last 26 years. He told the newly recruited staff that they joined the service of the National Assembly at the most auspicious time, which requires deep commitment, productivity, and professionalism as legislative staff. He encouraged them to embrace technology and develop digital skills to keep pace with the modern demand of legislative work above all. He urged them to remain loyal, diligent, and committed to the service of the country, assured that their welfare as staff of NAS remains the utmost priority of the management under his leadership. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has resolved to zone its 2027 presidential ticket to the southern region, while the office of the national chairman remains in the north. This was part of the key resolutions adopted at the 102nd meeting of the party's National Executive Committee held on Monday in Abuja. Reading the communique after the meeting, PDP National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunagba said the NEC adopted the report of the National Convention Zoning Committee, which recommended that all existing national offices currently held in the North and South remain in their respective zones with the exception of the national chairmanship.
NEC also received updates from the PDP Constitutional Amendment Committee and directed the committee to circulate the draft constitutional amendment to various organs and chapters of the party for further input. 5. In recognition of the efforts of the National Working Committee under the leadership of Acting National Chairman Ambassador Ilya Umar Damagu in stabilizing the party, NEC hereby ratifies and confirms the appointment of Ambassador Ilya Umar Damagu as the substantive national chairman of the party with effect from today, 25th August 2025.
Ologunaba added that the party is committed to a seamless and inclusive process as it prepares for the 2025 elective national convention scheduled to hold in Ibadan, the capital of Oyo, from Saturday, November 15th to Sunday, November 16th. The NEC also received and reviewed updates from the PDP Constitution Amendment Committee and directed that the proposed amendments be circulated to party organs and chapters nationwide for input. The Federal Road Safety Corps has observed with great concern the increasing activities of fraudulent individuals, including some posing as staff of the Corps, who extort unsuspecting members of the public with false promises of securing them employment in the Corps. The FRSC says these scammers go as far as issuing fake call-up letters to training schools and the FRC Academy in a desperate attempt to deceive innocent job seekers and defraud them of their hard-earned money. The Corps noted that FRSC recruitment process are transparent, merit-based, and strictly communicated through national newspapers, television stations, and its official channels. It added that at no time did the Corps mandate its personnel or representatives to demand money or any form of gratification from applicants in exchange for employment. The FRSC called on members of the public to disregard any such offers and report perpetrators to the nearest FRSC command, law enforcement agency, or through the Corps' official communication platforms. It also reiterated its resolve to upholding the integrity, fairness, and transparency in all recruitment exercise. Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy Wale Edun has received the Executive Director for Angola, Nigeria, and South Africa constituency at the World Bank, including Mrs. Zainab Shamsuna Ahmad, at the weekend for a strategic briefing on Nigeria's priorities within the bank's constituencies. The Director of Information and Public Relations, Ministry of Finance, Mohamed Manga, in a statement disclosed that Mrs. Ahmad reaffirmed the bank's commitment to supporting Nigeria's development agenda while commending the country's leadership role in continental forums, including the recently Africa Caucus. Speaking, Minister Edun emphasized that Nigeria is committed to channeling multilateral support into impactful projects that expand infrastructure, create jobs, and unlock private sector investment. He noted that reforms such as subsidy removal, improved tax collection, and digitalization are already attracting international capital, with new investments in manufacturing signaling renewed confidence in Nigeria's economy. According to him, the government is targeting GDP growth of up to 7% in the medium term, more than double population growth, and significantly raising living standards while focusing structural reforms in agriculture, power, and digital infrastructure to build a stronger, more competitive economy. The minister welcomed the World Bank's continued partnership, stressing that Nigeria's reform momentum, combined with strategic multilateral support, will lay the foundation for sustainable growth and private sector-led development. And that's Aso Briefing for today. Many thanks for watching. I am Princess Sogwa Usman.